You've seen the hype. AI is supposed to be the ultimate productivity hack, the game changer that will 10x your output. Yet for most people, it's not. They type in a lazy question, get a generic answer, and wonder why they aren't seeing the revolutionary results. They're stuck in the 99%. But there's a small fraction of users, the top 1%, who are operating on a completely different level. They're not just getting answers. They're building creative partners, strategic advisors, and tireless assistants out of the exact same tools you're using. The difference isn't the AI, it's the mindset. They've moved from simply using AI to thinking with AI. What if I told you the secret to unlocking this power isn't about knowing some magic prompt? It's about a fundamental shift in how you approach the technology entirely. This isn't just about getting AI to write an email for you. This is about turning it into an extension of your own mind. And to do that, you first have to stop treating it like a machine. The single biggest mistake most people make is treating AI like a vending machine. You put in a simple request and you expect a perfect, ready-made product to pop out. This is why you get flat, robotic content and surface-level ideas. The top 1% don't see a vending machine. They see a co-pilot. Think about it. You wouldn't just tell a co-pilot, fly the plane. You'd give them a destination, discuss the flight plan, point out potential turbulence, and communicate with them throughout the journey. That's the mindset shift. AI isn't a tool to just delegate tasks to. It's a partner to strategize and create with. For example, a 99% user might say, write a blog post about productivity. They're putting a coin in the machine. A top 1% user would say, act as a peak performance coach with 20 years of experience. We need to write a blog post for overwhelmed entrepreneurs. Our goal is to provide 3 actionable, unconventional productivity tips they can implement in the next 24 hours. Let's start by brainstorming some common time-wasting myths that we can debunk. See the difference? It's a conversation. It's a collaboration. You're not just a user, you're the mission commander. This shift from delegation to collaboration is the absolute foundation. But having the right mindset is only half the battle. You also need to speak the language, and that language is all about providing deep, meaningful context. If the mindset is the why, then context is the how. AI models are incredibly powerful, but they aren't mind readers. They only know what you tell them. When your results are generic, it's not the AI's fault. It's a context problem. The top 1% are masters of providing what I call context-heavy prompts. They understand that the quality of the output is directly proportional to the quality and quantity of the input. They paint a rich, detailed picture for the AI, leaving no room for ambiguity. Think of it like briefing a new team member. You wouldn't just say, design a website. You'd give them the brand guidelines, the target audience demographics, the key messaging, examples of websites you like and dislike, and the ultimate goal of the site. So, how do you do this with AI? You build your prompts in layers. First, the persona. Assign the AI a role. Act as a Silicon Valley venture capitalist, or you are a witty, cynical historian. This immediately frames its tone and knowledge base. Second, the task. Be painfully specific. Don't say write a marketing email. Say, write a 150-word email to our existing customer base announcing a 20% flash sale on our flagship product. Third, the context. This is where the magic happens. Who is the audience? What is the goal? What are the constraints? Our audience is tech-savvy millennials who value humor and brevity. The goal is a click-through rate of at least 5%. Avoid corporate jargon at all costs. And finally, the example. Give it a few-shot example. Show it what you mean. Here's a snippet from our last successful email campaign. I like the conversational tone of this. When you provide this level of detail, you stop getting random suggestions and start getting tailored, strategic output. But the real pros know that not all AI are created equal. They don't just use one tool. They build an entire digital ecosystem. The average user finds one AI tool like ChatGPT and tries to use it for everything. That's like trying to build a house with only a hammer. It's inefficient and limiting. The top 1% are tool agnostic. They are what I call model arbitrageurs. They have built a bespoke AI ecosystem, understanding that different tasks require different specialized tools. Their workflow is fluid, moving from one AI to another to achieve the best possible result. For example, their process might look like this. They start by brainstorming article ideas in a large language model known for its creativity, like Claude. Once they have a solid concept, they might switch to another model, like Perplexity, which excels at research and citing sources, to gather factual data and statistics. From there, they'll take the raw text and use an AI-powered writing assistant, like Grammarly or Writer, to refine the tone and ensure it matches their brand voice. Simultaneously, they're using an AI image generator like Midjourney to create stunning, custom visuals for the article. For social media promotion, they might use a tool like Buffer's AI assistant to generate multiple post variations for different platforms. And if they're turning the article into a video, they'll use AI voice generators like 11 Labs and AI video editors like Descript to automate huge chunks of the production process. This isn't about finding the one best AI. It's about orchestrating a symphony of specialized tools. By building an ecosystem, you create a production pipeline where the output of one AI becomes the input for the next, creating an exponential increase in both speed and quality. This level of integration allows them to move beyond simple tasks and use AI for something much more powerful: strategic thinking. This is where we truly separate the 99% from the 1%. Most users see AI as a tool for execution, doing things. The elite see it as a tool for thinking, making better decisions. They have turned AI into their personal strategic advisor, a tireless brainstorming partner that can analyze possibilities at a scale no human can. How? By prompting it to challenge their own assumptions. Instead of asking, "Is this a good idea?" they ask, "Act as a skeptical investor. What are the 3 biggest flaws in this business plan?" Instead of asking, "What should I do next?" they ask, "Generate 3 different strategic scenarios for entering this new market. For each one, outline the potential risks, rewards, and resource requirements." They use AI as a devil's advocate. By forcing the AI to take an opposing viewpoint, they uncover blind spots in their own thinking. It's like having a dedicated red team in your pocket, constantly stress testing your ideas. This process significantly reduces human bias. We all have cognitive biases that cloud our judgment. AI, when prompted correctly, can provide a brutally objective, data-driven perspective that cuts through the noise. It can analyze market trends, summarize competitor movements, and model future outcomes based on the data you provide. Using AI this way doesn't replace human strategic thinking. It supercharges it. It allows you to explore more possibilities, anticipate more challenges, and make decisions with a much higher degree of confidence. But even with the best strategy, the first output is never the final one. The real secret weapon is the relentless process of refinement. Here is a simple truth. The top 1% of AI users almost never use the first thing the AI generates. The initial output is not the destination. It's the starting point. It's the block of marble. Your job is to be the sculptor. Most users will get a decent response and say, "Good enough." They copy, paste, and move on. The elite engage in what's called the iterative loop. It's a continuous cycle of generating, critiquing, and refining. They have a conversation with the AI, honing the output with each successive prompt. Their feedback is specific and actionable. They don't just say, "Make it better." They say things like, "This is good, but the tone is too formal. Rewrite it to sound more like a conversation between friends. Expand on the second point. Provide a real-world example and a supporting statistic." Now, take this entire response and reframe it for a completely different audience. Retired CEOs, what would you change? Critique your own response. What are its weakest points? How could it be more persuasive? This last one is a power move. Asking the AI to self-critique forces it to reevaluate its own output from a different perspective, often leading to surprising improvements. This iterative process is the difference between a generic AI-generated blog post and a thought-provoking article that truly resonates with readers. It's the difference between a stock standard business plan and a deeply considered strategy. It's a commitment to excellence over mere completion. It's this relentless refinement that turns an average tool into an engine for exceptional work. Maximizing your AI usage isn't about a single hack or a secret prompt. It's a complete system. It begins with a mindset shift, from treating AI as a vending machine to embracing it as a co-pilot. It's fueled by providing deep, rich context, allowing the AI to truly understand your world. It expands by building an entire ecosystem of specialized tools, not relying on a single hammer. It evolves into a strategic partnership, where AI challenges your thinking and helps you make better decisions. And it's perfected through a relentless, iterative loop, constantly refining and improving until the output is truly exceptional. The gap between the average AI user and the top 1% is not about access to technology. It's about approach. It's about curiosity, strategy, and a refusal to settle for good enough. The tools are here. They are more powerful than ever. The only question left is, what will you build with them? Thanks for watching. If you found this breakdown interesting, consider subscribing for more deep dives into the technology that shapes our world. See you in the next one.